they were just about to start, and Jimmy said, "Can I talk to you, buddy?" I said, "Of course." So we went back, and he said he was very broken up about it. He didn't want this, but he said, "I don't know what to do." And I said, "You think I shouldn't do the show?" He said, "It's just I have so much pressure from people, He goes, "People are crying." I said, "People are crying? People are crying?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "Like, senior producers are crying." I was like, "Good Lord." I go, "Well, bring them in and let me talk to them. I don't want to make people cry, Right. I didn't even know I had the capacity to make people cry, to tell you the truth. Right. So I felt so bad from that comment. And then, so Jimmy said, come back whenever you want, but I think it'll hurt the show tonight. And I said, "Well, Jimmy, I don't want to hurt your show. That's the last thing I want to do is hurt your show."
He said, Jimmy Fallon came up to him in the dressing room and said, people were crying. And he goes, "People are crying. Oh, my God."
People are pussies.
Well, and that's why Norm
people
was
are
like,
fucking pussies. We don't need to accommodate you because you're pussy and you're crying.
Well, we have, it's like emergency fire departments. Now there's emergency torch departments. Something happens. People, they run out with a flaming torch. Let's get them out and go.
So he was literally at the show in the green room.
Because Jimmy went back to talk to him, Jimmy Fallon, and said, like, "What do we do about this, buddy?" This was the article that just came out.
The other thing I never figure out with all this stuff is Norm Macdonald comes on, does his sit down bit, makes everyone laugh, and then leaves. Is there anyone in the audience with their arms folded going, "Well, I can't enjoy this" after reading that article he did several weeks ago? Or is there who would even know? Did you guys know?
No. And that was the other thing in the article. It said, and I'm sorry I don't have it in front of me, but one of the producers, I believe, suggested that Norm opened the show with an apology. And Norm goes, "It's not my show. What do you mean I opened the show with an apology?" So they were just trying to figure this out, and then they just canceled it.
Well, he's now my least favorite Jimmy.
I tell you, if there was just a...
now.
I don't think I said now.
You did, actually.
I don't think I said. Check the tape. Check the tape.
Remember, the old instinct would have been like, "Hey, let's lead your segment with this. We'll handle this in a funny way, but you can still get in whatever you need to say if you want to say it. Then you do several jokes, and we get the hell out of here. We'll go for a nightcap."
Well, and that's what they said. They said, "Do we open with this, once you're sitting down?" And he said, "Well, that kind of ruins the mood of the jokes. Why don't we address it at the end?" And they said it was just too much of a thing.
Listen, I'm sorry. Fallon is a pussy because Fallon ultimately is in charge.
He just had the thought, like, "Oh, wow, Jimmy Fallon took the pussy way out."
He is a pussy because I've been around, Jeff's been around. Ultimately, when the guy with his name on the show says, "Hey, here's what I want to do. I really feel like this is what we're going to do." You can kind of veto, override anyone. It's probably a little less back than it was with, back in Letterman and Johnny Carson and all that kind of stuff. But you can just go, I'll handle this. We can do this. Yeah. I'm not going to walk down the hall and tell this guy who's been in the business 10 years longer than me that he can't come on and crack wise because he was actually truthful when somebody baited him into a question, probably, for the Los Angeles Times. So he's a pussy. Whoever was crying should just be fucking shit-canned. You want to know about people who need to be shit-canned? You want that person on your crew? And by the way, no one was crying. And if they were crying, they're unstable. Yeah. There's something wrong with that.
Your appearance on Jimmy Fallon was canceled, and he said that his staffers were actually crying about the comments that you made. Were you surprised at that reaction?
Have you been surprised that you were there? They were crying that he was there.
That you were even there. Have you been surprised by this reaction?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I have been surprised because, I never did anything. I mean, I spoke, but I don't want to be tossed in with people that actually did, not crimes, but sins, or, I barely have consensual sex.
Oh, they all have consent. It's all consensual. When Mr. Happy comes out, it's all consensual.
Everybody lies, right? You gotta lie there, but you ever lie for no reason? That's a bad lie there. You know, usually there's a reason, like you want to protect somebody's feelings or, you know, screw over your buddy or something like that, but you ever lie for no reason at all? Just all of a sudden a big lie spills out of your evil head there, you know? And you don't even know, like a guy comes up to you and go, hey, you ever see that movie with Meryl Streep and a horse? And you go, yes. And in the back of your head, you go, what the hell am I lying about over here? I stand to gain nothing by this lie. The hell am I thinking back here in my head? I don't know, man.
You know, Norm's one of those guys, he'll write something, it's a really funny joke, but also let you realize he's a sick fucker. You know, it's like he said,
yes.
You ever find yourself, one of his Norm's bits, which I just thought like, I fell off my chair, and he said, you ever find yourself lying, telling a lie, and you're halfway through, you realize, wait a minute, there's no possible way I could benefit from this lie. Why am I lying? Saying, hey, did you see Avatar? Yeah. To me, that's just a monster.
Yeah.
You know, that's a twisted mind.
Yeah, he's
And my favorite thing about Norm is that he will just flat out lie. Just for his own entertainment, he'll just tell you a story that has never happened. He's completely making things up.
I was with
he does
Larry
it all the
Flint
time.
at the White House.
Yeah.
He
Something
said,
like that.
I'll hook you up. Now, if my uncle from the plains of Ontario said, I'll hook you up, he'd probably get you a nice mincemeat pie. But when Larry Flint says it, something dirty.
Best.
Truly one of the best.
Is the First Lady a compulsive liar, though? It's beginning to look that way. In an interview on last night's 2020, intended to promote her new book, It Takes a Village, Mrs. Clinton folded under tough questioning by Barbara Walters and admitted that, in fact, it does not take a village, and furthermore, that she was aware that it does not take a village when she wrote the damn book. Meanwhile, President Clinton is hard at work on Tuesday's State of the Union address, in which he'll focus on crime, education, and the economy. At the request of the First Lady, part of the President's speech will be huge lies. More questions about Hillary Rodham Clinton's truthfulness. In an interview this week, the First Lady claimed that she won the women's 100-meter dash at the 1956 Olympics, and that she had an IQ of, quote, over 700. When it was pointed out to her that these were not especially good lies, Mrs. Clinton responded, I know, I have a problem, and then added, I invented the formula for 7-Up. In Whitewater news, federal regulators quizzed Hillary Clinton at the White House this week and gave her a perfect score on the lying section. She's a dirty liar. For years, Hillary Rodham Clinton has told people that she was named for the first man to climb Mount Everest, Sir Edmund Hillary. But as Esquire magazine recently pointed out, Sir Edmund did not climb Mount Everest until 1953, 6 years after Hillary was born. However, the First Lady does have a good explanation for the discrepancy. She loves to lie. A former Arkansas banker told the Senate Whitewater Committee this week that he gave Bill Clinton a $20,000 loan as a favor, even though it was, quote, unacceptable banking practice. In response, President Clinton stated that he has no recollection of such a loan, while First Lady Hillary Clinton said, we've never even been to Arkansas. Our top story tonight comes from the O.J. Simpson civil trial, where this week it was revealed that in his first interview with police, Simpson had refused to take a lie detector test. His reason? It detects lies.
You know what I was way ahead on? Slut shaming. I was always against that. I remember telling the fellas in high school, I go, guys, I think we're making a big mistake. by shaming the sluts. You see, here's what is my concern. I feel if we shame them too much, they might stop becoming sluts, you know? And further ladies might not want to be sluts either. I have a different idea. Other than shaming the sluts, it's a bold idea. I say we take the sluts and we put them on our shoulders and we go, oh, hail the slut. Oh, for she's a jolly good slut, that kind of thing, you know? So I was way ahead of it, man. Way ahead of it. But anyway.
Some days we get closer. Things that we never really needed. Promises that we never thought of keeping safe. I guess it's never over. If we
Farrah, the first time I ever saw you, I thought, oh my God, that is one of the whoriest looking whores I have ever seen in my life. I have seen a lot of whores because I'm a rock star. And, I've seen ladies like in the front row look at me with a super hoary look on their face. And you look horier than all of them. And that really means something.
I wanted to see if you wanted to say something about our friend Norm Macdonald, who passed away.
Oh, funny. God.
And
there was no one funnier. Brilliant Canadian, you know.
And tonight, the Lifetime Achievement Award will be presented to Mr. Martin Short. It's the Academy's way of saying, thank you so much, we've had enough. Well, Don Riddle. As a friend, it's over.
You know, we do, in our show, we do a tribute to comedians. I'm serious about this, and we name different comedians like Bob Newhart and people. And we do a tribute to Norm Macdonald, and we use one of his lines. We say, and this is one of his lines, he said, there's only two categories of cliff diving, grand champion and stuff on a rock.
Besides cliff diving, you ever see that guy hopping off a cliff, trying to pass that off as a sport, you know? Man, look at kind of like attempted suicide as a sport there. Next week they got washing down Quaaludes with wood alcohol. That's next week. Can you believe that? No, I'm just making that part up, but cliff diving, what a crazy... And you can't tell who's better either. You see a guy hopping off a cliff and you go, damn, look at that. And then the next guy hops off a cliff, you go, oh, look at that again there. Another guy hopping off a cliff. But you can't tell who's better, you know. If you survive it all, you're a great... There's only a couple of different levels of cliff diving. It's grand champion and then stuff on a rock over there. One of the two. It's a kind of a thing.
But I really think that in comedy particularly, the originals stand out the most, and they stay with us long after they're gone. And there was no one more original than Norm Macdonald. Yeah. There was no one who did his style. There was no one who had his rhythms. He was remarkable and so kind and funny.
Well, the great thing about Lauren is you could do anything you wanted. He would tell you wise things, like wisdom or whatever.
He's like a little Buddha guy, right?
Yeah.
Did it ever make sense? Or
not to me.
You'd always walk away going, what the fuck?
To other people it did. Like I remember one time he wanted me, like this was actually with Weekend Update. They wanted me to do Weekend Update with a lady.
Yeah.
Like two of us.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that sounds like shit. I don't want to fucking, that sounds like shit. Like, I'm like, if there's a lady and a dude, like, what are we making fun of local news? What the fuck is that? He's like, no. He's like, you'll be, he had some crazy, he goes like, I think he liked me because I didn't understand what he was talking about all that. And he goes like, you'll be Fred Astaire and she'll be Ginger. You'll give her the sex, a comedy, and she'll give you the sex. And I was like, the dancers? What? I didn't know what he was fucking talking about. Yeah. So anyways, I go, I don't want to fucking do it with a lady. Let Franken do it. You know?
Yeah.
So
Franken was going to do it?
Yeah, it was Frank and me or somebody else. So I didn't care that much about it. So because I could just do stand up. But anyways, what happened was funny. Like Steve Martin walked in because he was hosting.
Yeah.
And Lauren, to embarrass me, went, let's see what Steve thinks about it. And Steve Martin doesn't give a fuck about anything. So, But he goes, Norm once stood with the lady, and what he thinks, and he does this big long spiel, and Steve Martin's completely uninterested.
Been dragged into something you wanted no part of.
But luckily, he fucking just said out of the blue, he goes, oh, fuck. He goes, I did this award show with some broad, and they paired me up with her, and she fucked everything up. Like, I guess they stuck him with something.
Yeah.
So then Lauren goes, oh, there's some support from an unexpected place.
And that's how you got the solo update?
Yeah, Steve Martin, because he was such a hero to Lauren.
You had a bad experience with an award show, and you get to run the solo on the update?
Yeah, it was awesome.
That's a fucking good moment.
But I would have been in big trouble with a lady. But then later they did it with a lady and a dude. Because he kept saying, oh, remember, because I know Saturday Night Live, like all of us, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, remember Jane and Dan? And I was like, that was shit. Like, I remember Jane, you ignorant slut.
Right.
But I also remember all the rest of that fucking shit. Like, he had a hat on and pretended to be from like, they played characters.
Yeah.
And I was not interested in that because Dennis kind of changed it to Dennis Miller where
you do jokes.
Where you do jokes. And you're not doing a parody of a fucking...
And finally, comedy legend Jerry Lewis. May I tell you what a joy and a thrill and all good stuff it is to be here? It's super duper. Good luck. And we're going to need it. All three of you. The answer is John Travolta learned how to dance for this 1977 hit movie. Mr. Lewis.
If I remember correctly, Alex, that would be Dancing for Ladies! I had to go for it.
No. That is incorrect also. What is Saturday Night Fever? Oh. The answer is Popeye is this sort of man. Mr. Lewis.
I got the answer, Alex. You want the answers? It's simple. They're terrified of a perfectionist. They being the people who are running the studios this week.
Jerry Lewis has wandered off somewhere. Let's see if he had anything. Apparently his answer was an outline of half of his hand. And he wagered the other half of his hand. That's beautiful. Well, I'd like to thank all of our celebrities for joining us this evening.
I was in the little boy's room. Oh, boy, I didn't mean to do that.
The sketch that you got on the air, and you say in your book, hey, I didn't originate this sketch. I kind of stole this sketch with permission. But the famous Jeopardy bit.
Yes, Jeopardy sketch.
Where you play Burt Reynolds,
yes.
And you say Will Ferrell was key to that sketch because he played such a great Jeopardy host.
Yes.
But that thing was one of the most popular sketches, and you pitched that, but you admit in your memoir that, hey, that's something I got from SCTV.
Yeah.
And I waited till Martin Short was a guest on the show, and I pitched it and said, can we do the Jeopardy thing?
Yeah. They did a sketch on SCTV when I was a child called Halfwits, and it was, Alex Trebek was in the sketch because he was a Canadian. And it was... it was just these kids. It was when two schools would fight each other, and so it was real stupid. So I always loved that show, and I said, Celebrity Jeopardy, they always ask such easy questions, and the celebrities are all so stupid. It would be great to do it. Unfortunately, they've already done it, and I feel like I shouldn't just steal a sketch.
Right.
So when Mr. Short came to do the show, who later became my friend, I said, who wrote that sketch? And he said, Eugene Levy. And I said, maybe we could phone him, and
get permission.
Get permission. And so he said, yeah, we'll do a conference call. And I said, no, I'll phone, I'm a man,
Yeah.
So I phoned Eugene Levy, and I asked him, I told him the whole sketch. I said how much I loved the first one, and I asked permission, and he was kind enough to give it to me.
There was no better show than that SCTV. That was unbelievable,
God,
right?
It was amazing.
Unbelievable.
Friend for a while. We were in negotiations.
Yeah, how'd that break down?
I don't know. I met him. He was fucking funny, and he made me laugh, and he was laughing at me and shit. So I said, "Hey, we should be friends and stuff." And he said, "Yeah, well, let's be friends. You go to a cottage." And I was like, fuck, I'd have to go to a cottage, you know? And then, so it never caught on because the cottage was in my head and shit.
What do you
but
mean
still, I would have
cottage?
liked, that guy would be cool to fucking hang out with.
What do you mean that would be a good friend
But then
for you?
going to a cottage, you understand?
I don't want to go to a cottage.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem
All of
with
a sudden, you're going on a cottage on a plane.
But that's the problem.
Maybe I should have done this.
No,
what?
that's the problem
What's
with you. So if someone suggests something right away, it's not
too guarded. I know what you're
it's
saying.
Not too. It's not cool enough for you. Where would
They're
you
not
go
cool
with Martin
enough.
Short?
I think
Martin Short says, "Let's go to a cottage."
No, I'm
and
not
hang
saying
out.
that. I'm saying I think you're right when I said I'm too guarded. Like I'm not willing to do things.
You don't want to be trapped in a cottage with Martin Short. The idea,
I love that
idea
part.
of being friends with Martin Short is fun. The idea of being in a cottage with Martin Short and then having the pressure to talk and to interact with one another.
Yeah.
I understand. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
It wouldn't work out for you. It wouldn't work out for me either.
But you go on that vacation.
But maybe in
with,
another lifetime.
Yeah.
Everyone that meets you does an impression of you.
What?
You're one of those guys that you make such an impression on people that everyone that meets you does a Norm Macdonald.
It's amazing how, like, some of your friends, like, seriously, like those guys who came out of Saturday Night Live, like Sandler, you, Chris Rock. There's a lot of guys who sort of all of a sudden are like real big players.
Norm got his own TV show.
Norm's doing well. What?
What?
You hang out with Norm, or is it impossible?
It's pretty impossible because he's crazy.
He is.
In L.A., I call him and he goes, I go, what happened last week? I called you to go. You called me? And I go, yeah. On my phone? I go, yeah. And he goes, oh, yeah, I got that. I go, you didn't call me back? No.
And he's serious.
Yeah, he's crazy.
And yeah, I know. Like, I have him on the show.
I love him, though. He's the funniest guy around. I think you need to be kind of crazy to be really funny.
He is very funny.
Norm's walking into the bar. It was noon when he called me. It was 8:30 at night. And he goes,
I know.
Where are you going? And I'm like, I'm fucking hammered. I'm going home. He's like, I just got here. And I'm like, I know, you're 8 hours late. Like, well, have a fucking beer. Right? Being weird. I'm like, I'm not. I want to go. I can't walk or see.
I call up Norm. I said, Norm, you want to go to Palm Springs with me? It's a 3-day Jim McClain course. Yeah. So I pick him up. He rides out there with his feet out the window all the way, listening to Johnny Cash. Remember that?
Yeah.
And we get out there. And the next morning, I call him to wake him up to go. He's sound asleep. I got to call him like 3 times and knock on his door. And then he gets up and he goes, I can't find my shoes. He's like being a little kid.
I saw you on Conan once, and you said crack whore and midget several times.
Yeah.
So then I did do a thing, full confession. I did Norm Macdonald as an alarm clock. And it was like, this is what I wake up. Hey, wake up there. There's a crack whore and a midget in your bed. So I just thought that was really funny, right?
What about the other impressions?
Drunk guy comes up to him at the bar and goes, hey, aren't you Norma? And he's gone. He's just suddenly gone.
None of those.
Nora's back at the bar going, hey, what happened? What happened to that guy? Hey, where'd he go?
That's
right. Where'd he go?
Pretty good.
Well, I can get you down.
That's pretty good.
Kind of in here somewhere.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
This character is voiced by Norm Macdonald.
Yeah, that's Yaphet.
And that he's just a blob.
He's a blob.
Yeah. And how did you get Norm to do it? I love Norm Macdonald.
I asked him, do you want to be a blob? And he said, yeah, sure, I'll be a blob. Sure, why not? Yeah, sure, I'll be a blob. That's how it happened.
Is that really?
Yeah.
Are you buddies with Norm?
I don't know Norm super well, but I've been a huge fan of his for many years. He's that guy who's, for me, he's high on the list of SNL people.
I'll just say, he goes, hey, look at that, not everyone's a real pain in the ass like you, and you're a screw. Nobody likes you. Nobody likes you. Nobody can stand you. I can't stand you. You ask around anyone. 3 seconds. And he just insulted him on such levels that was so wrong that I can't repeat. And Lily, when the sketch started, he turned and goes, imagine if you will. I just nailed it.
Probably the funniest, smartest person I've ever met. I'll give you a story about Norman. Dirty Work came out. The reviews weren't great. It's become like a cult thing, but especially up here. And the people are very affectionate about that movie, and I think that's a testament to Norm. I got to hang out with Chris Farley for like 2 weeks. And it was his last movie, and he was the funniest human being I ever met in my life. So him and Norm, Adam Sandler came up to do a part, Don Rickles, Chevy Chase. It was like unbelievable. It was great. So the review came out in my hometown paper. The critic said, Artie Lang has all the charm of a date rapist.
Oh, my goodness.
That's what he said. Okay,
They can write that?
My mother read that.
Oh, my gosh.
So Norm, this is how smart Norm is. Within 3 seconds, this was Norm's response when I told him, because he thought I was upset. He goes, hey, man, that's fucking great. I said, what do you mean? He goes, a date rapist has to have way more charm than a regular rapist. Like, to think of something that witty right away. That's the kind of guy he is. You just laugh and...
Norm's one of those guys, he'll write something, it's a really funny joke, but also let you realize he's a sick fucker. It's like he said, yes. You ever find yourself, one of his Norm's bits, which I just thought like, I fell off my chair, and he said, you ever find yourself lying, telling a lie, and you're halfway through, you realize, wait a minute, there's no possible way I could benefit from this lie. Why am I lying? Saying, hey, did you see Avatar? Yeah. To me, that's just a monster.
Yeah.
That's a twisted mind.
Yeah, he's
If you want to hear a story,
I love me a Norm story.
One time we were in the office doing update stuff, and there'd been a news item about there was going to be a newspaper for the homeless, and so we were thinking about doing some of that. So we started improvising. It was more of a scene, not something we could do on the segment, but it was like a tough kind of Perry White kind of editor going like, you, Miller, I want 500 words on going to the bathroom in your pants. You, Immel, give me something, give me a human interest thing on urine stain matter. You, was that kind of thing? Yeah. Had like a lot of like photos, maybe some, a little human side, what are, pets, that kind of thing. And so nothing came of it, and I sort of forgot we had the conversation. And then the first meeting we have after the summer, Norm comes in and goes, hey, Downey, remember that, that thing we were talking about there with the, remember that thing with the newspaper for the homeless, that thing, the homeless newspaper? And I go, yeah. He goes, yeah, well, I was out in L.A. and I was asked to do this benefit, for the coalition to feed the homeless, and and I'm going, no. And he goes, yeah, I did that bit, They hated it. Hated it.
All right, you tell me now. That's the Andy Kaufman part of the joke, or is he actually surprised that they hated it? That's what I can't quite figure with look.
I know.
Well, you know what? I like Norm Macdonald. Let's give him the money for the week.
I didn't even know he had a podcast.
Oh yeah, dude, Norm Macdonald. Did you see him on Conan telling that moth joke?
No.
Yeah, you got to see it.
No, I haven't.
Dude, how many comics out there don't give a fuck, but kind of still do? You have to kind of still do to eat. That guy
Norm
truly
doesn't. He's so fucking funny.
One of my best opening monologue jokes ever. Did you ever see? Remember that whole thing when he was doing Weekend Update and they told him to make it funnier. So he didn't. He just was more Norm the next week. So eventually, of course, he gets fired. So then he goes off into the Hollywood world. He's got a TV show or a hit movie or some shit. So now they bring him back to guest host on SNL, and I'm going to butcher this, but he kind of came out. He's like, yeah, so people know I got fired from this show, so now they got me back hosting, which means either I got a lot funnier or this show sucks. That's what he opened up with, and I know that wasn't approved. Sorry for the bad Norm. I'll have Jay Moore on to make up for it.
That was a great Norm. Norm, listening to Norm on Stern or anything, any podcast, listening to, I don't know if you remember when Charles Grodin would do Letterman, and just knowing he's going on there, that it was always a fucking great show.
Oh, yeah, and people didn't get that he was fucking around.
Yeah, that's
amazing.
how Norm is anytime. If Norm's the guest, I'm fucking...
Hey, now listen, did I hear some rumble that Brother Sandler sent out Maseratis to the cast of Grown Ups? Did you reap the benefit?
First of all, let me just say one thing. Nothing's better than Nancy Pelosi Augustus reference.
Pelosi Augustus.
I'm still swooning over that one. Yeah, Sandler gave Maseratis to Spade, Schneider, Kevin James, Chris Rock, all of whom need one, by the way. Very badly.
Exactly. What'd you get?
No bitterness, but me and Norm Macdonald, yeah, we're splitting a zip car.
And you split a zip car with Norm. It's like having one of those, those Christmas trees the drivers have that smells like North Slope Sensimilla.
Yeah, this car. I don't know. They must have been smoking pot in here or something.
Norm cancels on us once every 2 weeks, and I almost enjoy it more than him showing up at this point, because he always wants me to talk to some ventriloquist puppet that he says is on the phone. A Holocaust tonight. What has happened to Norman?
And then when he sees you, he's going to go, how come you never have me on your show?
Nope.
We tried to get you on. What?
Nobody funnier, though. I mean, you got to give it to him.
Nobody funnier.
That guy, if I'm in a room with him for 10 minutes, they got to put the paddles on me because I flatline from.
Now, what if Norm Macdonald
Oh, my God.
tried out for the Floaters?
Well, wait. Are we down a member? How did I get here? Who
Norm,
left?
we want a Canadian.
I'm Norm Macdonald. This is take 2. Now, I guess it's 2A or 3 now,
Yeah, you're getting mired in this, Norm. I think you're
Floaters.
You're up in your head. Just speak from your heart.
Oh, you want me to let it flow?
Float, yeah, float.
All right. I'm a Sagittarius. My name is Norm. That's short for Norman. And I like a girl with like a really big butt.
You met Trump recently, is that
I
right?
met Donald Trump at a
Is this a true story?
Yes.
Or is this one of your, he has a farm and a goat comes by? Because I'm not putting up with that shit.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I saw Trump. Trump, he had a farm. He said, I want you to meet my donkey, he said. And I was like, well, Mr. Trump, I know you're running for president, but tell me more about this here donkey. Well, he says, if you want to see the donkey, you got to first meet my 3 daughters. Now, the first one's shy, the second one's sexy, and the third one has 1 leg. I'm making all of this up.
I know.
But this is exactly what you do.
At the end.
Weirder the voice, the more fun they are to watch. Like Norm Macdonald. I love Norm Macdonald. Great comedian. But he's if you don't know who he is, he's the guy who's the theory. Who needs a punchline when you have the word crack whore? See, I said that. Oh, God, I just said it there,
Is it offensive when I do you to you?
No, you do it. You do
It's
it nice.
exaggerated.
It depends. Like some people.
All my impressions
Some
are
people
nice.
like
they
Frank
do?
Caliendo. He he puts a comment in there. He's like,
See, I don't. No, I don't see that.
He's like, well, why you don't need a punchline? You say crack or. Yeah, I'm like, well, that's more of a comment, right? I can do an impression myself.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on? Hey. That's the
I've never heard you say that.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's going on?
Sounds like you doing an impression of Brewer doing an impression of you.
Hey.
And there was a story you had told about your father and Bill Cosby on David Letterman. Do you think you could share that with us here right now?
I remember that. Yeah, that was when. No, I opened for Bill Cosby.
Right.
You want me to tell you the story?
Yeah, tell the story. It was terrific.
No, I opened for Bill Cosby at this college. So there's 100,000 people at the college. It's the University of Oklahoma. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, for sure. Like 100,000 people to see your show, Norm, or just?
No, to see Bill Cosby.
Oh, to see Bill Cosby.
I was opening for him.
Oh, okay.
So, it's a football stadium, So they have this little tiny, stage, and so I went up there, and I had my suit on and everything. And then I talked, and no one laughed. They were all just talking to each other. I don't think they even noticed me on stage, And they didn't mind that I was on stage, but they... They didn't boo or anything. I don't even think they saw me. So I finished my thing, and then I got off, and Bill Cosby came up, and he was wearing, and he talks just in little. He talks he doesn't use full sentences. So he said, "Why?" I was wearing a suit. He goes, "Why this suit? Suit or something like that." So I said, "No, I was trying to show the respect." Bill Cosby goes, "College, wear the sweatshirt and the pants." So he just had a sweat suit on. So anyways, he says, this shows you how good Cosby is. He's like, he was asking the girl, like from the student union or whatever. He goes, "What's going on here?" You know. So she goes, "Well, next week we're playing Tulsa, and it's a big game, you know." So then he goes on stage and he goes, "We're playing Oklahoma State." He goes, "Oklahoma State!" So everyone cheers, right? Then he goes, "Tulsa!" Then everyone boos. And then he says it slower. He goes, "Oklahoma State!" And then everyone like goes crazy. He goes, "Tulsa!" And he does this like 6 times, and the audience is going insane by the end of it, like cheering and booing. And then at the end he goes, "Next week I'll be playing Tulsa, and I'll be doing that bit in reverse." Then he laughs. Everyone laughs. So then they loved him. You know, they didn't even notice I was on stage. And so anyway, then the show ends. And then I'm talking to him, and I was telling him, because when I grew up, my dad and I would listen to Bill Cosby albums. He would love Bill Cosby, my dad. So I said, "My dad loves you." He goes, "Where's your dad live?" And I said, "Ottawa." He goes, "Ottawa." And then he turns to his manager guy that was with him, and he goes, "Maury, aren't we playing in Ottawa? When? I thought the schedule..." So then the guy goes, "Yeah." He goes, "We're doing it in August." He goes, "Yes, take the man's name down, and we will..." And so then he says, "I will meet with your father, take him back, and we will speak, and I will put him in the front, because people like to be..." And then after, and so just put the number down on the paper. So then, like, I go to write the number down, and it occurs to me that my father's dead. So, but I don't want to say that to Bill Cosby, you know. So I just write down any fucking number. Like, I just write the area code and then 7 digits. So that's the story. So then later, like a couple of months go by, and this also shows you like the power of like a guy like Bill Cosby. I was doing some lame thing on the Drew Carey show, you know, like I was supposed to be a lawyer or something for one episode of the Drew Carey show. So I'm on the Drew Carey show. I'm rehearsing, and the lady runs up and she goes, "Bill Cosby's on the phone," you know. So I go, "What?" So I go and I answer the phone, and it's there, I swear. It's Bill Cosby. So I go, "Hello?" He goes, "Your father does not answer at the phone. I phoned the number, and the phone rang, and it then another voice came that was a machine, and it was a person saying that the number was not used by a person," and all this, you know. So I'm like, instead of just telling him, I just said, "No, that's the number." That was all. I didn't know. It was impossible for me to say. But so anyway, that's the story. And then I told that story on Letterman once, and I guess Cosby saw it. And then the next day, this was when I was working at Saturday Night Live. The next day, I went to my office, and there was like 300 like things of flowers. There was flowers like everywhere in my office. And then and then about 5 days later, like I found there was a little tiny card on one of the flowers, and it said, I hate to be the one to break." I'm doing his voice, but it said, "I hate to be the one to break it to you, but your father is long since dead." So that's the story. God damn, that was a long story.
But it was good. It was good. Have you had any contact with Dr. Cosby since then, Norm?
Doctor, yeah, Dr. William H. Cosby, E.D.
Yeah, that's him.
No, I've never talked to Bill Cosby since then. But I love that guy.
That's so amazing. And it was a great impression too. If I don't mind saying that, really, are we going to see lots of impressions from you when you're here in Calgary? And
oh yeah, No.
Little one, you've been away so long, and I need you now more than forever. Now more than forever.
You know, I had maybe the greatest Bill Cosby story ever.
Really?
And now it's not in the top 10,000. Because I'll tell people the story.
Right.
And I'll constantly be interrupted by, and then did he rape you? I'm like, he didn't ever rape me. It had nothing to do with the story.
You're not very funny.
Pardon me? No, I didn't hear what he said. Don't move. What is going on? No, I didn't hear what he said. I'm sorry. What did you say, sir?
You're not very funny.
Who? What do I give a fuck? No, you're saying I'm not very funny,
You
right?
got my money. You got my money. That's okay.
How much money? How much money I got that's yours? No, honestly, I don't care. How much?
Well, a couple bucks.
Are you alone or you just by yourself?
He's not alone, unfortunately.
No, but so what was the idea? So here's the thing. So you go, I'm gonna pay money to go see this dude, right? Tickets probably cost a lot of money, right? So, no, that would be an awful thing. That would be an awful thing. That would be a terrible thing to do. No, I just want them to understand what exactly happened. So, but anyways, at some point in your life you thought I was funny. Because I don't got no fucking banjo or shit. So at some point in your life, you thought I was funny, right?
Weekend update, baby.
Weekend update. That's nice, thank you. So then, have you ever seen me do anything since Weekend Update? Pardon me? I'm sorry, what?
YouTube Morbid bits.
I did what?
I saw a lot of YouTube Morbid bits.
YouTube Morbid bits? Oh, Morbid. I see. And so then, did you like those?
No.
You didn't like those? That was specifically about death. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
So there were clips from you didn't like those. So then you said, I'll come here to this show.
You said that you were better. You weren't doing the morbid stuff anymore.
Yeah, I'm not doing the morbid stuff anymore. Did I do anything more? First of all, I never said I was better. I never used but have I done anything morbid, do you think?
No, Norm, I love you, baby. That's why I'm here. So shut up.
Why you tell him shut up? You should say I love me. Well, that's nice. Thanks, man. That's cool that you love me. Because it's cool to love someone, even if you don't think they're fine. You know, you should love someone even if even if they disappoint you. Even if no, I'm not going to check them out. Why would I do that? Yeah. So it's nice of you to love me, even though I've disappointed you. I'm sorry I disappointed you. Because seriously, I never tried. I'll try to do that. But that was nice that you said that you love me on the weekend update. And it was so sweet that you said you love me. So, I love you too, bro. Oh, man, live. We got through that all right. You gotta let people have their opinion and stuff like that. Man paid a lot of money, and then he's like, what the fuck is all this shit? Morbid shit. I didn't really feel that morbid.
Love you, Norm. You rock, Norm!
But let's do a morbid thing. You yell at my name for it.
Norman!
Well, shut the fuck up. Then we gotta do some thing here. Okay. No, that's very nice of you yelling my name.
No problem, Norm.
Okay, excellent. Well, thank you very much. I'm very excited to be here, and I was asked to host the ESPYs this year. Yeah, hi, that's my name, Espen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. You're very kind. In the, what's that? Oh, yeah, no. No, you're absolutely right. That is my name.
What's that? Guy yells my name for no reason.
Now I'm just doing it to be funny. Yeah.
No.
Come on.
You gotta be careful asking because from what I hear from the movies, all comedians will go into, well, a family goes into a talent agency and they say, we've got this great act.
Right. This guy, they came to me to do that movie. He's talking about the Aristocrat.
Yeah. Right.
And I said, I've never heard that joke.
But they have secret parties at Chevy Chase's house.
It's the gayest thing I've ever heard. I'm like, you're going to make us all sound like that's so gay that we all go backstage and go, hey, well, let's hear your version.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen. That's not true.
Hanging.
That might have happened back in the 30s or something. But did you ever hear that?
No. Yeah.
No, I don't. That's the weirdest movie I ever saw. I was so angry about that thing.
All right, we gotta go. Stevie can't wait to get to Lamontinelli.
You say I don't listen. I tell you I try. And we both got our own problems. But I
Guy goes into a talent agent's office and says, the greatest act in the world. It's a family act. And the agent goes, well, what do you people do? I come out dressed as Hitler in crotchless panties. I'd like to see that, actually. And we all drop our drawers and take a huge...
They might have to clean this up for TV.
Hey, Twitter world, this is yours truly. Now, coming soon to Twitter, you'll get to read all my thoughts and opinions on just about everything. Now, there's a lot of fake OJ accounts out there, so this one, at the real OJ32, is the only official one. So this should be a lot of fun. I got a little getting even to do. So God bless. Take care.
Well, in a questionable move by the defense team this week, O.J. Simpson demonstrated how to stab two people at the same time. In a brilliant move during closing arguments, Simpson attorney Johnny Cochran put on the knit cap prosecutors say O.J. wore the night he committed the murders. Although O.J. may have hurt his case when he suddenly blurted out, hey, easy with that. That's my lucky stabbing hat. Well, it is finally official. Murder is legal in the state of California. A down-and-out O.J. Simpson, depressed that all of his money-making ideas have failed, has decided to go back to doing what he does best, killing people.
Hey, Twitter world. You know, for years, people have been able to say whatever they want to say about me with no accountability. But now I get to challenge a lot of that BS and set the record straight. More importantly, I'll be able to talk about everything, especially sports, fantasy football, and even politics. But for now, let me just say to my fellow fathers out there, happy Father's Day. And God...
Norm by far. Norm will cut your legs right off.
We had to bring in an extra medic just for, you know, the damage that Norm could possibly do.
He's made people cry.
Yeah.
He did Last Comic Standing. He was the only honest judge. He would tell comics they were hacks. It was awesome. The comics hated him. Joe List did it, and he goes, Joe, you're a very good writer. And Anthony Jeselnik goes, hey, Joe, that Norm just called you ugly, which is such a great line.
Damn.
But, oh, my God.
My story with Norm is not, it doesn't start out great, because I did Last Comic Standing in 2000 and whatever. It never aired. And I did my joke, and I did well, and it was him, it was Damon Wayans, and Roseanne.
Yeah.
And Roseanne liked me. Damon Wayans, he was not, he was just like, yeah. He just smiled and laughed. I think he said right on. I don't know what he was just barely there. He wasn't, I don't remember anything either way. And then Norm was like, how many years have you been doing comedy? I'm like, 4. He's like, what? It takes 10 years to be a comedian. What are you doing here? I was like, ah. And I remember that was the biggest gut punch I got in stand-up. And I remember being at the Hilton by where they shoot all those shows. By where is that? Universal City?
Yeah.
That area?
Yeah.
I was in the Hilton, and I was just like I couldn't even eat. I was like, this is horrible. And I spoke to one of the comics I was staying with at that point. And he was like, Last Comic Standing. He's like, you go in there and they pay legends to tell you not to do what you love, which is kind of what. But I got over it. I kept doing it. And then he became a fan of us later on and a lot of shit we were doing. And he was right. You know, I was a 4-year, 5-year comic then. It's like, you do need more time to mature.
The other time I met him was on Last Comic Standing when he was a judge, and I got eliminated in the first round. I had a pretty good set. Better than a lot of people who moved on, but it's NBC. Let's face it.
That's how it goes.
But I remember I had one joke that Norm singled out and goes, that joke is gold. And that to me was, me, I didn't even feel that bad. I got locked off because I was like, Norm Macdonald, who was the judge that I connected to his work the most. It was Roseanne and Keenan. I connect to Roseanne's politics, of course, but no. But it was Roseanne and Keenan Ivory Wayans, and obviously I love In Living Color. But Norm, I'm a comic. Norm was the guy I connected with, and the joke he loved was I said, my last girlfriend was a hoarder, and she broke up with me, which stings extra hard. I'm like the one thing she can get rid of. And he said he loved that joke, and then I got Keenan kind of digged me in the last comic thing. He said, I like some of your jokes, but not all of them. And I said, well, I loved all your scary movie films. And it got a huge laugh. And he said, I only did the first 2. And I was like, all right. I remember I saw Norm in like the food. Yeah. He couldn't let it pass. Yeah. He couldn't take the L. And that one, I knew I was out after that.
Right.
And then I'm walking through the thing. It was like a break. I guess they were taking a break, the paid audience. And I see Norm and he goes, I really like that you dug it.
Oh.
So that was a special moment.
He's the real deal. He really is.
Yeah, I think he could tell. And I said I met you once at Caroline's, and I told him I really like.
Yeah.
We're all going to be following Anthony Jeselnik on Twitter as he live tweets Last Comic Standing, and then of course Norm being at the end chair. That's just manna from heaven. Like, thank you, God.
Sure,
that
but
I get to watch Norm Macdonald.
that was like why I took the gig was to work with Norm. I was like, oh, that's amazing. When am I going to chance like this again? Let me do this. And the way he was in the taping is so much better than the way they edit that it kills me. Like,
why? Because I think he's really good on the show.
He's
really
good on the show.
Constructive advice.
He's good, but it was fascinating to see him like unfiltered, especially when they took out all the bad comics. Some of the funniest stuff on that show is when a bad comic comes up and the judges trash them. I'm trashing them. Like, that was really fun, and that's all gone. They didn't want to embarrass anyone. So it's like the one reality show where they don't want the drama. And Norm was like borderline a monster to people. Like, he would say things that would kill me, that I would be like on the floor dying laughing. Like, I would have to take time. One of my favorites was he told this one girl, he said, he just like, and she did fine. Like, the other 2 judges really liked her. And this is what would happen was like the other 2 judges would like the person, the crowd liked the person, and then Norm would just be like, I think you suck. And it would be like, everyone's like, I can't believe you're saying this, and I can't believe you're so against the other 2 judges. But so this girl, he says, she's done fine, the other judges like her. Norm says, I thought that was horrible. I think you're one of the worst people I've seen in this whole competition. And I'm like dying laughing. And then he goes, I think that you are incapable of writing a joke. And she goes, oh, well, I'll work on that. She's trying to be nice. She's like, okay, thank you. I'll work on that. And he goes, no, don't work on it. I said you are incapable. And that was the most like crushing thing he could have said to someone.
I actually got into an argument on the subway, and the guy quoted the Bible at me. That is not fair. Like, if you get to quote from your favorite book, I should be able to quote from my favorite book, right? He was like, men do not live on bread alone, Matthew 4:4. And it's like, everybody's a little bit magic, Harry Potter, chapter 7. It's not a fair fight, right?
You say there's no way we could go back, and that I've broken what we had. I wish that you would come around.
I disagree. I don't think the Bible joke is brave at all. I think if you're going to take on an entire religion, you should maybe know what you're talking about. J.K. Rowling is a Christian, and J.K. Rowling famously said that if you're familiar with the scriptures, you could easily guess the ending of her book.
Huh? Okay.
I don't like it. They got name, everybody's an identity, you know. Like, let's say your sexuality. Let's say a guy likes a guy. That's a homosexual. If you are attracted to a member of your own gender. If you're attracted to a member of the opposite sex, then you're a heterosexual. But what about a guy like me just whacks off all the time? What am I? I don't know. I don't even think I got a word. There's 2 reasons guys will hang themselves from the neck. One is, like we said, to escape this worthless masquerade of a life we pretend we have. And the second reason we hang ourselves from the neck is to whack off. These guys, I don't understand. But this is what I was thinking about whacking off. Think about this. It's kind of like a psychotic break you got to do, you know? Like, in your mind, in your picture, you have to have a picture there of you with a lady, and you got to believe it so much that you don't even believe what's really happening. You know what I'm getting at? Like, I don't know. Like a lot of guys, I don't have a great imagination. Like, a lot of guys will do it with a Playboy magazine, say, or maybe Victoria's Secret or something like that.
but I ain't got the imagination for that. You know what I mean? Like, I try, you know, but then I'll go, okay, you come on over here with your Victoria's Secrets. Huh? I'll show you underwear. I don't know why I'm mean to them, but, but I'll go, why don't you come on over and take off your underwear? And they go, no, I'm not doing that. And I go, no, I went down. Well, goodbye. I didn't think you would. Sorry about that crack about asking you to take your underwear off, but I don't have the imagination for that. However, there is this lady that works down the street from me at the 7-Eleven. And she's not much to look at, but she likes me, and that's the important thing. And I know in that way, in that certain way, that women like men. And I know she likes me on account of one time I was buying sour cream and onion chips and vanilla Swiss almond ice cream, and I'm getting it, right? And she goes, I like sour cream and onion chips too. And I go, oh yeah, that's interesting. And she goes, no, I really like them. And then I look up, I'm like, because sometimes the shadow of the thing is bigger than anyways, I knew that she liked me. So then, for the next 2 months, you know, I'm whacking off and, oh my God. Now, in my head is me and the girl. I don't think any guy could just, in his head, have, you know, himself whacking off. That wouldn't work. And I'm only talking about men. Because I've asked women, you know, I've said, what do you do when you lie with yourself and make your finger a blur like a hummingbird's wing? What do you think of in your head? And then they go, oh, a hammock. And I'm like, oh. So anyways, they're a little more advanced. But we have to think of a specific scenario. So my scenario is the lady from 7-Eleven. I go, hey, they're giving you a break. I'll show you a break. Come on over here. My jokes don't even make sense. But anyways, I get them. But what I'm interested in is in the moment when the fever breaks. You know what I mean? When that 4 seconds of issue that you spend so much time going after, it ends. You know what I mean? So, because you're thinking of all these things in your head, you've just got a psychotic break going that would rival a paranoid schizophrenic. And then all of a sudden it stops. You know, you're like, ah! It's just me. There are no ladies at all. It's just me. I gotta get a hold of myself. What'll I do here? I know. I'll go downstairs now. I'll get a cheese sandwich. Yeah. I'll never think about this again. That's right. So I'll be honest with you. Sometimes I feel bad about doing that self-abuse, you know, lying down with myself on account of because I'm a Christian, you know. But I'll tell you this, you know, a lot of people think Christians are self-righteous, but we're not. We're sinning all the time, you know, all the time. For instance, I eat apples. Now think about that for a second. It's on page 1. Worst thing you can do in the world. And I'm munching down an apple. Ah! You know, sure, I love apples, but is it worth getting raped by the devil for all of time? I say no. Anyways, I know there's a God. And people go, well, you're only a Christian because you grew up in a Christian. And I understand that. And that's one of my biggest fears, you know, is that I picked the wrong religion, you know, that I believed, but then I die and I go, it's you. I thought it was the other fella. I should have been slaying apostates the entire time. Oh, well.
It's been a while, and I still like the way you look at me. I keep loving.
I'm bad at whacking off.
What? Bad at it?
Yeah.
How could you be bad at it?
I know. You would think it would be easy. It would be fortunate.
You cannot make yourself come?
Oh, I can, but at the wrong times. And I didn't even know about lotion.
Till when?
till somebody that was intimate with me said, "What are all those big red scabs on your cock?"
Norm was in Jeopardy with you a lot.
Yeah.
Any funny Norm stories or anything about
Burt
Norm?
Reynolds. Yeah, my God.
Because
that was brilliant.
Jeopardy, again, one of the big sketches that one of
Huge
those
SNL,
big sketches everyone remembers.
Yeah.
Always funny. Daryl was funny and Norm was great.
Yeah, the best Norm story was, I think it's the one where he comes back, he's wearing a big foam cowboy hat.
Yeah.
And he's like, "That's funny, huh? Look, wearing a cowboy hat." And
Mr. Reynolds, what are you doing?
Yeah, I found this backstage. Oversized hat. It's funny.
No, it's not.
Sure it is. It's funny. It's funny because it's bigger than a normal hat.
I see that. Get back to your podium.
Take a look at that.
Yeah, I see it. Go back to your podium. It's not funny.
anyway, there's some beat where I have to be super exasperated with him, and I yell at him, and we get out of the sketch. And Norm comes running after, and he's like, "Hey, well, everything okay?" I go, "Yeah, why?" He's like, you seem kind of mad at me out there." I'm like, "No, Norm, we've done it. This is like the 4th time we've done the sketch." "No, but that time it just seemed like you really were mad at me for some reason." I said, "No, we're good."
That's very Norm right
so
there.
Funny.
That's his sense of humor. Yeah, you seemed kind of mad there for a moment, right?
But he was not. I don't think he was doing a bit.
He wasn't doing
He might have been serious that you were screaming.
He was very sensitive in that way, too.
He was very shaken.
Yeah.
And then...
Because you can commit hard, and you probably scared him.
That's all the time we have. Good night. Would you get that off me?
Another great Norm story has nothing to do with Trebek. Was, and Catan told me about it. They were on a flight together back LA to New York. Chris had taken off his shoes, and he can't find his shoes. They're about to land, can't find his shoes. He's going to the flight attendant. "Have you seen my shoes? I took them off." He's like, "I don't know." He's like, Catan's like, "Norm, come on. You took my shoes." "No, I didn't. I didn't take your shoes. Why would I take your shoes? It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I would never." He's like, "Come on, give me back my shoes. I know you took them. I know." Norm's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." Catan has to walk through JFK
with no shoes?
With no shoes, just in his socks. An entire season goes by, and then Catan and Norm are jousting back and forth about something.
They used to joust a little bit.
And then Norm finally goes, "Oh yeah, and one other thing, I did take your shoes." That flight in November.
Flight November.
I took them, I threw them in the trash can, just so you know.
Yeah, because I saw his shoes there, right? And I kind of grabbed his shoes.
So you were right. I
He used to give
shoes.
Catan so much shit.
I
Oh
know.
my God, yeah. He was tough.
Hall of Fame broadcaster Harry Carey, everybody. Come on up here, Harry.
Hi, everybody. Harry Carey here. It's a thrill to be here at Radio City Music Hall for the Academy Awards. I gotta say, I hope Booty Call takes home a few Oscars tonight.
No, Harry, this is the ESPY Awards.
Boy, it's a thrill to look out into the audience and see all those celebrities. Hi, there's John Elway. You just won the Super Bowl. How about going a little nuts and getting those teeth fixed?
Oh.
Hi, is that Tiger Woods? He's amazing. Arguably the 3rd or 4th best black golfer in the game today.
Oh, Harry, come on.
Hi, Ken Griffey Jr. I gotta tell you, Ken, your dad was 10 times better ball player than you. Keep trying, though.
Okay, Harry.
Keep trying, Ken.
Harry, what the hell are you doing here?
The hell if I know. The only reason I agreed to be here is because I'm in town for the NBA All-Star Game. It's gonna be a doozy.
Harry, that game was yesterday.
Norm, I know you're a betting man, so I got a tip for you. Put your money on the Western Conference All-Stars. Hey, Norm, I got to ask you one thing.
What'd that be?
If you had a choice between waking up in bed naked with Roy Firestone or Keith Olbermann, who would it be?
Good Lord, I don't know.
Who would it be?
I don't know, Harry.
Don't jerk me around, Norm. It's a simple question. A baby could answer it. If you had a choice between waking up naked with Roy Firestone or Keith Olbermann, who would it be?
Neither.
Oh, you made a wise choice, my friend. If you had said Keith Olbermann, there would have been fireworks. I would have come at you hard.
So, Harry, listen, are you going to explain the rules?
What rules? The ESPYs are all fixed anyway.
Okay, enough of that. Harry Carey, everybody.
Comes win.
Is a baseball legend and a dear, dear friend of mine. Please welcome Hall of Fame broadcaster Harry Carey. Hi, Harry.
Hi, everybody. Harry Carey here. I gotta tell you, folks, it's gonna be one heck of a series. These are two fantastic ball clubs with outstanding pitching.
Well, Harry, what can you tell us about Atlanta?
Oh, Atlanta's a beautiful city. Many consider it the jewel of the South. You know, it's in Georgia.
Yeah, that's true, Harry, but hey, let's get back to the Braves and Yankees, buddy.
No, actually, I'd like to give a quick shout-out to Gail and Ron Anderson. They run Anderson Hardware out in Waukegan, Illinois.
Talk about the lineups for both teams, huh?
Hey, no. What about those hot dogs they serve at Yankee Stadium? Aren't they delicious?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
I love them so much, I once ordered 12.
12 hot dogs?
Yeah, I only ate 2. I don't know what I was thinking. To this day, I still laugh at the idea that I thought I could eat 12 hot dogs. You can't do it, Norm. You can't.
Fact, huh?
Of course, on the other hand, you have the Indians, a group of untrustworthy savages. You look away, next thing you know, they steal your land. One hand, you've got the Marlins. Now, that's an odd mascot, a Marlin.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Of course, pound for pound, it's the smartest fish in the ocean. With its sword-like snout, it'll carve your eye out and not think twice about it. Norm, to this day, if I walk into a seafood restaurant and I see a marlin on the wall, I just grab my wife and leave. You ever been alone in a room face to face with a marlin?
No.
No matter where you go in the room, its eye follows your every move. You should try it sometime. It's a rush. I should know. I used to hunt them.
Really? You hunted marlins, huh?
No, Indians. I've got a whole closet full of scalps at home. They're just collecting dust. The government stopped buying them years ago. And peruse through this when you get a chance.
What's that?
A catalog of all the scalps available.
Good Lord.
I got all of them, Apache to Zuni.
Oh, well, you got any mohawk in there?
Oh, Norm, if I had a mohawk scalp, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you. I'd be relaxing on a tropical island.
Why is that?
Because they're highly valuable.
Safer drivers, men or women? Well, according to a new survey, 55% of adults feel that women are most responsible for minor fender benders, while 78% blame men for most fatal crashes. Please note that the percentages in these pie graphs do not add up to 100% because the math was done by a woman. For those of you hissing at that joke, it should be noted that that joke was written by a woman. So now you don't know what the hell to do. No, I'm just kidding. We don't hire women. In Milwaukee, Wisconsin, A man allowed his 8-year-old daughter to take the wheel of his car, and an accident ensued that damaged 7 other cars and injured 6 people, which once again proves my theory: women can't drive. And I don't drive, you know. I can't drive. Never learned. Because I don't know how to drive a car, you know.
You don't drive at all?
No, I never learned how.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I don't like them. I find them dangerous, you know.
This is an emotional issue. It's not can you drive or can't you drive. Everyone knows I could teach you to drive in 20 minutes. That's not the issue.
No, okay.
I do know that. This is an emotional issue, Norm. Are you willing to trust me? Do you want to take a step, or do you just want to be, you know, bathing in your own urine for the rest of your life? Do you want to take that
options?
first step out of that apartment and in toward the light? Would you like to take that step? Would you like me to help you take that step?
Do you have like an earpiece and Dr. Drew is talking through you?
That's an ass piece, but yes, it is Drew's voice.
Whatever.
Fine, I can hear him better that way.
I would agree to
It doesn't show
I would
up on
agree
camera.
I would agree to do that. I mean, I might.
Would you agree to do that?
I agree, but I might say no later because it scares me.
That's
Right now,
baby step.
No,
It's a
right
baby
now,
step.
right now, in your thrall, I feel like I could do it.
Norm.
Like, you're very persuasive and
But
convincing.
please,
and I
please,
believe you.
please.
And also, since your life's at stake, I know
My
that.
life is at stake.
But also, you
It would be
don't know-
the day comedy died if you drove off a cliff with you and I in it. Except for all the other funny people who'd be left behind.
Yeah, until they cast Dana Gould as death.
Yeah.
And then we'd be forgotten.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be the day death died. Oh, wait a minute. All right. So listen, Norm, I would like to do this for you. And I know you find it, you see, this is an emotional issue. It's not a practical issue.
No.
Obviously, I can teach you to drive.
No,
It'll be safe.
I know intellectually because I see old ladies and young children,
Yeah.
like you say. I see every other person,
Right.
so I go, well, I'm not.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have handicapped people drive vans with their teeth, Norm. You don't think you could handle it?
Yeah, no.
I could teach you to drive. Let's do that, Norm.
Okay.
Let me offer you that freedom.
Well, let's for now say yes. But I don't want to. But we can't.
to a new
This is
you,
the thing.
Norm.
Why can't I
But I
see
got to
what-
say this. I got to say this. If we do it, it cannot be in any ways a comedy bit. All of a sudden, I can't go. You can't go. Here's Norm. Put on this suit. And I'm like, no, wait. And then we're at a racetrack
Norm.
in Ventura, and
I would
I'm
treat-
racing against Gilles Villeneuve's son,
Yes.
Jacques.
Jacques, F1 driver. Listen, point is this. First off, I would treat you.
Because I've had that before where they've gone, this is what my manager said, do you want to be in a celebrity race car event? I go,
No.
I don't have a license. And they go, the funny thing is, they'll never think to ask.
That's
what my manager tells me.
You know how I would treat you? I would treat you like a horse that I rescued who'd been abused.
Uh-huh.
That's how I would treat you. Do you know what I mean? No sudden movements.
You'd whack
lots
me
of
off.
petting on the snout.
You'd whack me out.
Just to relieve a little pressure. Nothing gay.
Gigantic cock.
Just to take the edge off. I'd feed you a carrot through my mouth. No, I wouldn't move. I wouldn't light off any fireworks. I wouldn't do any. I would be very soothing. I'm going to put the best of Enya in the CD player of the Lexus, and I'm going to teach you how to drive, Norm.
Hey there, it's time for Weather in a Minute. It's a silly little segment we do maybe once every 5 years or so, but we brought it back. We're doing it today. And, Larry, the older we get, the less tolerant I become and the slower you become. I'm thinking I am dying for like an ice cream sandwich or something from the cafeteria. Give you the helmet if you can get down there and get it. We've found a way to get you down that hallway a little bit quicker also. This will replace the running that you've had to do. These are a great way to get around. You can get the speed up on that thing, Larry.
Right.
It's like you're going like 2 miles an hour.
There's no brakes.
That's all right. You don't need brakes. You're just going down the hall. It's not like you're into traffic. Floor it. So there you go. If you can, like an ice cream stand, I think there's a guy from like the Hancock. It's a hard left turn. No, you missed a turn. There you are. Is that like the mascot from the Hancock is in there? Give him a hug or there you are. Nice to see him. Why? It's nice of him to even offer. All right, did you get it? All right.
Hey, Norm, come on, you're up next.
You got
Norm Macdonald's down here.
Get him on. Put him on one of those.
Come on, Norm, you're up next.
This is like the two of you in like 3 years. Senior citizens racing down the hall. Very nice. Don't forget to bring me the ice cream sandwich. Boy.
Whoa!
Wait, you ran away.
I know I went too far.
That's all right. I'm just
your ice cream.
Thank you very much.
Come on, Norm.
Norm, nice to see you. Let me get that out of your way. Come on. Yeah, follow him.
Did I lose, Norm?
See you later.
I lost you, sorry. Watch the cables, man. Oh, no! Wow!
And the Shawshank Redemption picked up the New York Film Festival's coveted award for the stupidest movie title. In a related story, 3 of Hollywood's most powerful men, David Geffen, Steven Spielberg, and Jeffrey Katzenberg, joined forces last week to form their own movie studio. When asked what sort of films we could expect from them, the trio replied, mostly pornos. That's good news. Well, Tom Cruise got ready for the premiere of his new movie, Interview with the Vampire, by sucking all the blood out of wife Nicole's... And now it's time for Weekend Update's movie reviews. This week I saw Interview with the Vampire. And here's my review. Not gay enough. Well, this coming Monday is Oscar night, and 3 films, The English Patient, Secrets and Lies, and Shine, are locked in a tight race in the category Best Picture There's Not a Chance in Hell I Will Ever See. No interest at all in seeing them. And finally, the Oscar nominations were announced this week, and Tom Hanks and Jodie Foster are in a heated competition in the Academy's controversial new category, Best Retard. 20th Century Fox has announced that Macaulay Culkin will not be hired to star in Home Alone 3. Studio spokesman said that it was nothing personal, but with Culkin now 16 years of age, the only way to keep him in the film would be to make the character retarded. A deadly outbreak of the Ebola virus is said to be responsible for more than 100 deaths in Africa and a couple of really bad movies here in the United States. Well, the much talked about film Showgirls opened this week, and here's my review. Basically a high-budget porno film, Showgirls is a thinly veiled excuse to show lots of naked buttocks, legs, and breasts. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a 10. Remember 12 Angry Men, the classic courtroom drama? Well, the first film about the O.J. Simpson case is in the works. It's entitled 9 Angry Black People, 2 Scared Asians, and a White Guy Who Hasn't Spoken Since Rosa Lopez. Well, the long-running TV series The Love Boat is being made into a big-screen feature by New Line Cinema. The producers have announced that the entire original cast of Gavin MacLeod, Bernie Capel, Fred Grandy, Ted Lange, Lauren Tweez, and Jill Whalen will have to pay $7.50 to see the movie just like everybody else. Asked recently what will set his new Batman film apart from its predecessors, Batman and Robin director Joel Schumacher said, quote, "In this one, all the costumes will have nipples." Note to self, do not watch the next Batman and Robin. HBO has finished casting its new movie about the talk show wars entitled The Late Shift. Tapped to play Jay Leno is Daniel Roebuck. The part of David Letterman will be played by Michael Higgins. And the part of Arsenio Hall will be played by Arsenio Hall. Woody Allen is to be the subject of a documentary film which will follow his jazz band on its 1996 tour. According to its producers, the documentary will focus strictly on the parts of Allen's life that no one could give a rat's ass about. Well, filming has finally begun in the long-awaited life story of Evita Peron, starring pop singer Madonna. According to its producers, the film is 100% historically accurate, except for the part where Mrs. Peron has group sex with the Houston Rockets. In the new movie, Mrs. Winterbourne, talk show host Ricky Lake plays the part of a young mother-to-be. According to film's producers, Miss Lake was so serious about achieving a realistic pregnant look, she forced herself to lose 30 pounds. Well, for the second week in a row, Richard Gere's new film, Primal Fear, was #1 at the box office, leading many Hollywood insiders to wonder, hey, you think that gerbil story is true? Last night, the epic disaster film Twister opened to big box office and some controversy. The Reverend Jesse Jackson has called for a boycott of the movie, claiming that not enough black people in the film are killed by tornadoes. At the box office last week's #1 movie, The First Wives Club, was knocked out of the top spot by a new film, The Hotter, Younger Second Wives Club. She was telling me, this is interesting, she was telling me that, you know that movie, The Elephant Man?
Yeah.
We were just talking about it backstage, and I always thought it was a stupid movie, and she said it's a really good movie, and I said the stupidest thing in it is because, you know that part where the guy says, I am a human, I am not an elephant, I am a human being. The guy doesn't even hardly look like an elephant. So why would
you would be the worst movie critic in the world.
So, but one big news story: Twister is the big what do you call it? Movie, yeah. Twister's the big movie, and I got some news. Apparently now they're thinking about Oscars for the movie.
Yeah,
they're thinking of Best Actor for The Wind. Before the show, you said that stunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were right.
I did.
Man, I met the guy from... I met the guy from Lost, played John Locke. You ever hear that fella?
Of course. Yeah, Terry O'Quinn.
Terry O'Quinn.
Yeah.
I love Lost. You ever watch Lost?
Yeah, I'm obsessed with the show. Yeah, yeah. I'm still watching it.
I watch it on the
link?
No, yeah.
You got that working?
On the computer, where you can watch you can watch them right after each other. So you don't have, there's no cliffhanger, you know?
Yeah,
you
know about that.
You probably watch it a lot.
Do you think I'm 80?
No, you probably watched the show, though.
I did. I watched it during
So that must have been incredibly frustrating.
No, it wasn't. Why would you say that?
Well, because I couldn't wait 30 seconds to get into it on my DVD.
Sometimes it's better to space things out, though, and discuss it with your friends, have a little talk about what happened, and then you have to wait a week, and it's delayed gratification.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. That's what's fun about a book club. But here's the thing.
Where are you in the run of Lost?
I'm finished. I'm finished. But I realized something around season 3 that these guys that wrote the Lost, they didn't know they were going for 6 seasons. So they did not have this planned out.
You don't think they did?
No, they did not write a 400-hour TV show that then cut it up. They didn't know when they were going to get canceled, so then they're just making up stuff and everything, and then crazy things happen.
They didn't get canceled though. They planned to end they ended the show early.
That was their ending?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's even worse. If that was their ending.
That was their ending.
I do not like, I don't like ambiguous endings. I want to know. I don't want to try to figure it out.
What about the Sopranos ending? Did you like that? You didn't care for that?
I want to know. I don't want to be left. Like, I remember this movie, Lost in Translation. Bill Murray couldn't love the guy more. But you ever remember that movie?
Yeah.
At the end of the movie, you see it, it's all good and everything. He runs through the crowd, whispers into Scarlett Johansson's ears. They don't have him mic'd.
That's unforgivable.
You're like, what? And then they're like, yeah, you figure it out. I'm like, me? I'm supposed to figure it out? I'm watching. This is what I like to do. I like figuring out movies in the same way. That would be like me going, hey, man, I'm going to buy a car. I think I'll go down to Detroit, see if they need any help welding. Right?
I can't believe you're not American. It makes no sense.
I don't know if you know this, because you've only, on the app, you've only seen my face. But I don't want you to be surprised or shocked or set back or put off, because when you see all of me, I'm a big fat fuck, I could put my hands in my pockets when I'm naked. I'm a big gal. I'm chafed. I don't know, man.
Dude, Norm.
I haven't done Norm in a long time.
Where have you been, Norm? What's been going on, man?
Well, I've been on these dating apps, How about that Bumble?
Yeah.
That's good, because that one scrolls up and down, not left and right.
Yeah.
So if you want information on the lady, I have to go down to the bottom, and then way at the bottom it says she lives in St. Louis. All right, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
St. Louis?
What am I, a Cardinals fan?
What, the H?
Yeah.
What the H?
What am I fucking going to take her out for a Busch beer?
I could go down a rabbit hole. Sometimes I just can't stop doing that.
And Norm, some people are saying you're still living with your mother. Is that true?
No, that's crazy talk,
Yeah.
I may drive around Natchitoches, Louisiana naked just because I like that gal that cuts her kid's hair on the lawn,
Yeah.
Neighborly.
Yeah, Toby's mom.
I like these girls on the apps that go long-term relationship only.
Yeah.
I don't believe that's true. Nobody, Theo, walks onto a car lot unless they want to buy a cock.
Have you been with some pretty bigger gals, Norm? You seem like a guy that knows his way around a real two-bedroom lady,
Yeah, it's funny you bring that up. 2-bed. Oh, my God. I don't have to think I'm making fun of him.
Oh, dude, everybody's making fun of Norm, man.
Why? He's the best.
No, he's the best.
Hold on. I am not making fun of Norm.
I don't think you're making fun of him.
I know you. Artie Lang told me they were doing San Francisco together, and Artie Lang was opening for Norm. They're in San Francisco, and right before Artie goes on stage, Norm goes, "Hey, Artie, no, don't do any of that fag stuff, Don't do any of that fag stuff out there. San Francisco, you can't go out there and do homosexual jokes, And he's like, well, I like to. He goes, yeah, no, you can't do any of that gay fag stuff. It's not going to fly here, You have to have respect for where you are.
Yeah.
So Artie goes out, this 20 minutes. Norm comes out, his first joke. Hey, how many fags here have AIDS? They say AIDS does not discriminate, but only gay guys have it. That's kind of discriminatory, And I think not discriminating is supposed to be a good thing. Something like that. But she goes right on stage, hey, how many fags here have AIDS?
Oh, man, that's good.
Hey, don't do any of that gay stuff, okay, Artie? You have to be quiet,
And we did about 7 cities. So we came to San Francisco, and I had only done a club here.
And Norm comes up to me, and this was good. Norm just loves torturing people, and he does it in the most brilliant way. Right. He comes up to me and goes, "Listen, man, we're in fucking San Francisco. No gay shit." And I go, all right. Well, if I played San Francisco before, he goes, "Nah, that's like you're at a club. There's a fucking theater, man. There's critics out there. Don't fuck me, man. No gay shit." And I go, all right, fine. So I go, 20 minutes, and no, I have 4 seconds at that point in my life without gay stuff. So I get through the 20 minutes. I introduce Norm. Norm walks out, and I'm listening from the back. Before he says, "Good to be here. You're a great crowd. Nice to be here." The first thing that comes out of his mouth, "Hey, how about that AIDS?" He goes, "I read all this bad shit about AIDS, but then I read that AIDS doesn't discriminate." And that's kind of nice. And then 10 seconds goes by, and this is what you hear him say. "Where are you going?"
Oh, God.
What a puppeteer, man. What a puppeteer.
I love him.
Yeah, I'd love to be in his head for a minute. And he reminds me of like a Midwest and of like a, he reminds me of like so many characters that you just don't see anymore,
Well, yeah. I mean, you never have seen a guy like that.
Yeah.
Like, it's always been off the beaten path.
Yes.
Like, guys like Norm, guys like Colin Quinn, guys like Richard Lewis. Think of how much they had to bomb before they found a theater of people that came to see them regularly.
That mastered that.
Because it's such a finite frequency.
What is your favorite Norm Macdonald story? I have a feeling I know what you're going to say, but who cares? Tell the story anyways. We all love it. It's the best story ever.
I don't know what story he's talking about that he thinks he knows I'm going to tell. It was my favorite Norm Macdonald story.
I don't know either. I was at
Antioch, California, Pizza Man. How'd you like to be at home,
Yeah.
Yeah, a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
Big fat wife, big fat fuck, giving you an ear beating.
Beautiful big guy.
And I'll take care of everything. I'm going to order a pizza.
Yeah.
That'll make everybody happy.
Yeah.
And that guy is asking questions on the Theo Vaughn podcast.
And his pie's 7 minutes late. Meanwhile, that fucking guy's wife digests him.
You can't give up. I can go insane doing it.
No, it's so good, though.
Thank you. My favorite Norm Macdonald story is probably one you guys don't know. It's in my book. Is when he would. Okay. Greatest. I think I know what he's talking about. Wow. What was the kid's name? Antioch Pizza Man.
Ryan Louderback.
Ryan Louderback. From the Antioch Louderbacks, not to be confused with the ones in Pahrump. I don't know what's going on here. We were writing a sketch. Well, I was watching other people write and rewrite a sketch. And there's 30 writers, and the sketch was David Spade. Fred Wolf wrote it for David Spade. I'm pretty sure it was Fred Wolf. And it was a weight loss supplement, but it was just PCP and crack.
Oh, yeah.
And so you put it in a milkshake, and you smoke it, and you just go about your day. And then, when they show, a fat person becoming a skinny person, it says, 16 weeks. It was 6 hours. And David Spade's like, "I'm going to help you lose weight." You just hear, ride the snake. You got to ride the snake. Don't let the snake ride you. And then they just have all these people shrinking into skeleton bodies, and because it's just crack.
It's all drugs. Yeah, that's drug related.
Crack.
They say drug related.
And they have Farley, a pre-filmed piece of Farley at a drive-thru window that they're going to cut to in the sketch. And Farley pulls up to a drive-thru window and he goes, "I'll have." He's one of the people that are just started. Yeah. And he goes, "I'll have." Can I take your order? He goes, "Yes. I'll have 14 cheeseburgers, 14 hamburgers, 4 vanilla milkshakes, 6 strawberry milkshakes, 3 chocolate milkshakes, 6 apple pies," and it just goes on and on and on. And the rewrite, it was from 1 in till 3 in. I'm not kidding. It was 2 hours. Guys from Harvard, Brown, Yale, arguing over because the guy goes, "Will there be anything else?" And what he says next for 2 hours, they're like, "How about he repeats the exact same order again?"
Yeah.
How about he says all that and goes, a Diet Coke? How about he says all that and goes, make that 9 apple pies? When I say 2 hours, Theo, I'm not kidding. From 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. And what we didn't know was Norm was sitting on a couch at the other end of the writer's room. And it's just going around, and it's chaos.
I could totally imagine that, too.
But it's like,
people justifying their jobs.
This huge order. Anything else? And he goes, yeah. Because he was like, yeah. Anything else? Yes. And then what comes after he says yes? That's the whole crux of the argument. And Norm goes, we know he's in the room. He goes, hey, you guys, we're all jumping. Hey, you guys got Chris going, give me all that food, like 14 of those things and 25 apple pies, you know? And the guy in the box goes, hey, will that be all? Why doesn't Chris go, yes? It's the greatest rewrite in the history of comedy. We had him going, will that be all? No. I also want, and Norm's thing was like he had pride, like he had control after all that fucking food. Everybody goes, yes. Yeah. One syllable. One syllable. We were on the ground, rolling, laughing. And then when they filmed it, he's like, I'll take 14 cheeseburgers and 44 fries and this and 22 cheese milkshakes and this and the apple pie. And the guy goes, will that be all? And Farley goes, yes. Like he's proud of himself. It was fucking amazing. It was white hot.
One thing that's funny, here he said, asked me to write dirty work too, so I worked all day yesterday and finished it. This is Norm Macdonald on Twitter.
Just yesterday. He's working on dirty work too.
First of all, it's got to be a parody tweet because it's a 500-page manuscript. Scripts are usually about 106 pages. What's the Instagram though? Thank you.
I think he's actually got some pages out.
Wait, what did he cross out before he wrote Norm?
Written by me.
Oh, okay.
He says Norm.
He's a genius.
Dirty Work 2.
No, I'm done pranking now. I'm married to a beautiful scientist.
Oh, Brad Pitt's in it too.
She's rich and she has a beautiful face, and we have a cat named Kitty, and we love Kitty like a child because, well, Marge cannot have children because the chemicals in her lab have rendered her barren. All capitals rendered her barren. Well, I gotta go home and read that.
Do you think one of the reasons that, what did Norm do after SNL? Did he just tour?
He had a sports show on Comedy Central briefly.
People love him
it was
so
brilliant.
much.
I'm one of those people. I'm powerless. He makes me laugh so hard.
Yeah. Dude, he just made me laugh through you so hard. That yes was probably the most I've laughed in months, man.
That's in my book, the Gasping for Airtime book. It was like, it was a one syllable.
Yeah.
That was, yes. Like we'd argue over what to name a high school. Like opening shot of Jefferson High. Too urban. Fuck it, high school high. Don't be too jokey.
Yeah.
Don't tip it. This, like all these things you don't even know what it means. It's like, just name it a high school.
David Spade the other day was he's a funny guy, man. He was telling me a Norm Macdonald story where they all went on a plane to do a show somewhere together, and he just said one of the ways that Norm makes you laugh, he'll be like, well, what is this? And it's just like a door, you know, and he's like, or like a chair. He's like, well, David, what is this? You sit down. It's
what the H?
Yeah, what is this little ledge here? He's like, it's a chair, Norm. It's a chair. He's like, well, what do you do with it? There's 3 of them right here, and it's just.
What if I'm not sitting down? It just stays here.
But he went on like this 5-minute monologue of Norm Macdonald asking him what a bathroom door was, and it was one of the funniest things I'd ever heard. And it was just, he just says, I don't know if it's his voice or what it is about Norm Macdonald that just makes. I mean, I don't know. It's just there's nobody like him.
It's the only thing making that sound.
Right.
It's a dog whistle. It's the only.
You can only get Norm Macdonald with Norm Macdonald.
It's the only sentient being that emits that transmission.
Gang, yeah.
Like we all got like all these influences going through us at different times and regional accents and dialects. He's just Norm.
Yeah.
I like.
And now if a guy like Norm walked into a place to get work, it'd be like, oh, nah, man. Yeah. It's just so, they've missed a lot of norms, I feel like. I feel like there's been a lot of norms over the years. They might